Have you ever felt like life is a race you didn't sign up for? Like the days slip through your fingers while your mind is busy replaying the past or worrying about the future? What if I told you there's a way to step out of that cycle, a way to not just exist, but truly live in the present? That's what mindfulness and Stoicism offer, a chance to reclaim your focus, your peace, and your power. Mindfulness teaches us to be here, now, to notice our breath, our thoughts, our surroundings without judgment. It's about tuning into life as it happens. Stoicism, on the other hand, is about strength. It teaches us to focus only on what we can control, to accept what we cannot, and to stay grounded no matter what happens around us. In this video, we're diving deep into how these two ancient philosophies can help you cultivate presence in your everyday life. Let's start with mindfulness. Imagine waking up in the morning and instead of rushing to check your phone, you pause. You take a deep breath. You notice how the sunlight fills the room, how your body feels as it stretches, how the air smells. This is mindfulness. It's about being aware of the moment you're in, fully and completely. Now think about how often we let our minds wander. Maybe you're eating lunch, but your thoughts are already at the meeting you have later. Or you're walking outside, but you're replaying a mistake from yesterday. Mindfulness says, stop, come back to now, because now is all we truly have. Practicing mindfulness can be as simple as focusing on your breath. Try this. Inhale deeply and count to 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. When your mind starts to drift, and it will, gently bring it back to the rhythm of your breathing. No judgment, just awareness. But what happens when life gets hard? When challenges, stress, or even pain show up uninvited? This is where Stoicism steps in. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of the rest. The Stoics had a saying, amor fati, love your fate. This means accepting everything that happens, even the difficult parts, as necessary and meaningful. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. Your first reaction might be frustration. Why is this happening to me? But can you control the traffic? Number. What you can control is how you respond. You can choose patience. You can use the time to listen to an audiobook or reflect on your day. This is Stoicism in action, choosing peace over frustration, control over chaos. The Stoics also practiced something called negative visualization. It sounds strange, but it's powerful. You imagine losing the things you love, not to scare yourself, but to remind you to cherish them while you have them. Your health, your loved ones, even the simple comforts of daily life. When you truly appreciate what you have, life feels richer. Let's bring mindfulness and Stoicism together. Imagine facing a stressful situation, a conflict at work, for example. Mindfulness helps you pause. You notice your racing thoughts and rising anger, but you don't act on them. You just observe. Then Stoicism steps in. You remind yourself, what's within my control here? My words, my tone, my actions. You focus on that and let go of the rest. This combination, mindful awareness and stoic resilience, gives you a superpower, the ability to stay calm, grounded, and present no matter what life throws your way. Mindfulness and Stoicism also teach us gratitude. When you pause to notice the beauty around you, a breathtaking view, the warmth of the sun, the laughter of a friend, you feel alive. And when you remind yourself that these moments are temporary as the Stoics did, you appreciate them even more. But let's not forget, it's not just about the big moments. It's about the small, everyday ones too. Drinking your morning coffee, hearing your child's laughter, feeling the softness of your bed at night. Mindfulness and Stoicism invite us to savor these simple joys, to see them as treasures instead of taking them for granted. Life can be overwhelming. Deadlines, responsibilities, endless notifications. It's easy to feel like you're drowning in it all. But mindfulness and stoicism remind us to take one step at a time. Focus on what's in front of you, do your best with it, and trust that's enough. The Stoics had another powerful practice: reflection. At the end of each day, they would ask themselves, "What did I do well? What could I have done better?" This isn't about guilt or regret. It's about growth. It's about learning and becoming a little better, a little wiser every day. So, here's a challenge for you. Tonight, take 5 minutes before bed. Reflect on your day. What are you grateful for? What did you handle well? And where could you improve? Write it down. This simple practice can transform the way you see your life. Mindfulness and Stoicism are not just philosophies, they're tools for living. They teach us to embrace the present, to stay calm in the storm, to focus on what matters. And when we live this way, we find not just peace, but also strength. So the next time life feels overwhelming, remember, pause, breathe, focus on what you can control, and let go of the rest. Mindfulness and Stoicism are there to guide you every step of the way. Let's dive deeper into mindfulness and Stoicism, exploring how they can be woven into your daily life to create a sense of calm and purpose. Have you ever tried eating mindfully? It's an incredible way to practice mindfulness. The next time you have a meal, slow down. Notice the colors of your food, the textures, the flavors. Chew slowly and savor each bite. Mindfulness isn't just about sitting still or meditating. It's about bringing awareness to even the most ordinary activities. Now, let's pair that with Stoicism. Imagine you're eating with others and the conversation takes a negative turn. Maybe someone criticizes you or brings up a stressful topic. Stoicism teaches us to stay calm, to recognize that we can't control what others say or do, but we can control how we respond. Instead of reacting defensively, you can listen, stay composed, and choose your words carefully. This balance, mindful awareness and stoic composure, helps you navigate life with clarity and grace. Let's look at another example: your daily commute. For many, it's a stressful part of the day. Traffic jams, delays, crowded trains. But what if you used that time as an opportunity to practice mindfulness and Stoicism? Instead of letting frustration take over, focus on your breath. Notice the sights and sounds around you without judgment. Then ask yourself, what's within my control right now? Maybe it's your attitude, your choice to listen to calming music or an inspiring podcast. The rest, like traffic or delays, is beyond your control, and Stoicism reminds us to let it go. This simple shift in perspective can turn an ordinary commute into a chance for growth and reflection. Now, let's talk about emotional resilience. Both mindfulness and Stoicism are powerful tools for managing emotions. Have you ever had a day when someone's words or actions left you feeling hurt or angry? Mindfulness helps you pause and observe those feelings without judgment. You might say to yourself, "I feel anger rising," instead of acting on it impulsively. Stoicism takes it a step further by encouraging you to question those feelings. The Stoics believed that our emotions often come from our perceptions, not the events themselves. So, if someone insults you, it's not their words that hurt, it's how you interpret them. You can choose to see the insult as a reflection of their character, not yours. This perspective gives you the strength to remain calm and unaffected. Here's a practical exercise. The next time you feel overwhelmed by an emotion, try this. Pause. Take 3 deep breaths. Name the emotion you're feeling, whether it's anger, sadness, or frustration. Then ask yourself, is this within my control? If it is, take action. If it's not, let it go. This combination of mindful observation and stoic reasoning can transform how you handle challenges. Another key practice in both mindfulness and stoicism is gratitude. The Stoics often reminded themselves that life is fleeting. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." While this may sound morbid, it's actually a reminder to treasure each moment and live fully. Mindfulness aligns beautifully with this idea. When you're fully present, you naturally become more grateful for what you have. Try starting a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're thankful for, big or small. Maybe it's the warmth of the sun, a kind word from a friend, or the feeling of accomplishment after completing a task. This simple habit can shift your mindset and help you find joy in the everyday. Now, let's discuss one of the most transformative Stoic practices, preparing for adversity. The Stoics believed in visualizing potential challenges, not to dwell on negativity, but to build resilience. They called this premeditatio malorum, or premeditation of evils. For example, before an important meeting, you might imagine things not going as planned, technical difficulties, tough questions, or misunderstandings. By mentally preparing for these possibilities, you're less likely to be caught off guard. Mindfulness complements this practice by helping you stay present in the face of those challenges. Even if the meeting doesn't go perfectly, mindfulness keeps you grounded, reminding you to focus on your breath and your ability to adapt. Together, these practices create a mindset that's both proactive and calm. Let's bring this back to our relationships. Mindfulness and Stoicism can deeply enhance how we connect with others. When you're mindful, you truly listen. You're not thinking about what you'll say next or distracted by your phone. You're fully present with the person in front of you. Stoicism adds another layer by teaching us to manage our expectations. Often, conflicts arise because we expect others to act or think a certain way. When they don't, we feel disappointed or frustrated. The Stoics remind us that we can't control others. We can only control how we respond to them. This perspective fosters patience, understanding, and healthier relationships. Here's a challenge for you. The next time you're in a conversation, practice active listening. Focus entirely on the other person, what they're saying, their tone, their body language. Resist the urge to interrupt or plan your response. If a disagreement arises, remind yourself that their perspective is beyond your control, but your reaction isn't. Now, let's address a common struggle: overthinking. Have you ever found yourself replaying a mistake or worrying about the future? Mindfulness teaches us to bring our attention back to the present. Try this exercise. Close your eyes and focus on your senses. What can you hear, see, or feel right now? This simple practice pulls you out of your thoughts and anchors you in the moment. Stoicism offers another powerful tool: the dichotomy of control. Whenever you find yourself overthinking, ask, "Is this within my control?" If it's not, let it go. If it is, take a small, constructive step forward. This mindset frees you from the mental burden of trying to control the uncontrollable. Mindfulness and Stoicism also teach us to embrace impermanence. Nothing in life is permanent. Our successes, our failures, even our struggles. When you truly understand this, you stop clinging to what's temporary and start appreciating the present moment. Here's a practice for embracing impermanence. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on what went well and what didn't. Remind yourself that tomorrow is a new day, a fresh start. This reflection helps you let go of the past and move forward with clarity and purpose. Finally, let's talk about the importance of self-compassion. Both mindfulness and Stoicism encourage us to be kind to ourselves. Mindfulness teaches us to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment, while Stoicism reminds us that making mistakes is part of being human. Instead of criticizing yourself for a misstep, ask, what can I learn from this? Self-compassion isn't about ignoring your flaws, it's about accepting them and striving to improve. When you approach yourself with kindness and curiosity, you create space for growth and resilience. So how can you start integrating mindfulness and stoicism into your life today? Begin small. Take a few minutes each morning to breathe deeply and set an intention for the day. Throughout the day, practice focusing on what's within your control, and before bed, reflect on your day with gratitude and self-compassion. These small steps, practiced consistently, can lead to profound changes in how you experience life. You'll find yourself feeling calmer, more focused, and more resilient in the face of challenges. Remember, mindfulness and stoicism aren't about perfection, they're about progress. They're about showing up each day with a little more awareness, a little more courage, and a little more grace. And that's something we can all strive for. Now that we've explored how mindfulness and stoicism can help us manage challenges, emotions, and relationships, let's focus on how these practices can bring lasting transformation to our daily lives. Imagine starting your day with a sense of calm and clarity, instead of rushing to check your notifications or thinking about a packed to-do list. One simple practice to achieve this is a mindful morning routine. When you wake up, take a moment to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and set an intention for the day. It could be something as simple as, I will focus on what I can control, or I will be present in everything I do today. Pair this with a stoic mindset. Remind yourself of the stoic principle of memento mori, remembering that life is finite. This isn't meant to be morbid. It's meant to inspire you to live fully and purposefully. Every day is a gift, and starting your morning with this awareness can set a powerful tone for the hours ahead. As you move through your day, mindfulness helps you stay present. Whether you're working, running errands, or spending time with loved ones, bring your full attention to each task. Notice the small details, the way your pen glides across the paper, the sound of the wind outside, or the feeling of warm water on your hands as you wash the dishes. Stoicism, meanwhile, helps you approach the unexpected with grace. Let's say you're faced with a sudden challenge at work. A deadline gets moved up, or a colleague lets you down. Instead of reacting with frustration, pause. Ask yourself, what's within my control here? Maybe it's your ability to reorganize your priorities or communicate your needs clearly. The rest, the actions of others or the timeline itself, is beyond your control. Letting go of what you can't change is a key Stoic principle that can save you from unnecessary stress. Now let's discuss mindfulness in conversations. How often do we truly listen to others? Mindfulness teaches us to be fully present during conversations, focusing on the person speaking instead of thinking about what we'll say next. This practice not only improves our relationships, but also helps us feel more connected to others. Stoicism adds another layer by teaching us to accept differing opinions. The Stoics believed that everyone acts according to their own understanding of the world. When someone disagrees with you or challenges your beliefs, instead of reacting defensively, try to understand their perspective. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This approach fosters empathy and wisdom. Another way to integrate mindfulness and stoicism is through physical activity. Whether you're exercising, walking in nature, or even doing household chores, these activities offer a chance to practice presence. Pay attention to how your body feels, how your muscles move, how your breath syncs with your actions. This is mindfulness in motion. Stoicism complements this by encouraging discipline and perseverance. Let's say you're running and you feel like giving up. A Stoic mindset reminds you to focus on the present step, to push through discomfort, and to appreciate the strength you're building. Together, mindfulness and Stoicism make even the most mundane tasks meaningful. As the day comes to an end, mindfulness invites us to reflect. Take a few minutes to sit quietly, close your eyes, and review your day. What moments brought you joy? What challenges did you face? What are you grateful for? This practice helps you appreciate the day's experiences and lets you release any lingering tension. Stoicism adds depth to this reflection with the practice of evening journaling. The Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius, often wrote about their thoughts and actions at the end of the day. They asked themselves questions like, "Did I act with wisdom and kindness?" or "Where could I have done better?" This isn't about self-criticism, it's about self-improvement. By reflecting on your day with honesty and humility, you set the stage for growth. Let's not forget the importance of rest. Mindfulness can help you create a calming bedtime routine. Instead of scrolling through your phone or worrying about tomorrow, try a mindfulness exercise. Focus on your breath or do a body scan meditation where you bring awareness to each part of your body, releasing tension as you go. The Stoic practice of amor fati, loving your fate, can also bring peace as you drift off to sleep. Whatever happened today, whether it was good or bad, was part of your journey. Accept it, learn from it, and let it go. Now, let's address a common question. How can mindfulness and Stoicism help with long-term goals? Often, when we set goals, we focus so much on the outcome that we forget to enjoy the process. Mindfulness teaches us to find joy in the journey. If your goal is to get healthier, for example, mindfulness helps you appreciate each healthy meal, each workout, each step forward. Stoicism, meanwhile, keeps you focused and resilient. The Stoics believed in breaking goals into manageable steps. Instead of saying, "I want to lose 20 pounds, focus on what you can do today, choosing a nutritious meal or going for a walk. Celebrate small victories and don't let setbacks discourage you. Remember, progress is more important than perfection." Mindfulness and Stoicism also help us face uncertainty, which is inevitable in life. When the future feels unpredictable or overwhelming, mindfulness anchors us in the present moment. It reminds us that right now, we're okay. Stoicism helps us prepare for uncertainty by focusing on what we can control, our actions, our mindset, our effort. Together, these practices build a sense of inner stability, no matter what the future holds. Let's explore the role of compassion in mindfulness and Stoicism. Mindfulness encourages us to be kind to ourselves and others. It reminds us that everyone, including ourselves, is doing the best they can with what they know. When you approach life with compassion, you create space for understanding, forgiveness, and connection. Stoicism also values compassion, but it approaches it through reason. The Stoics believed that we're all part of a greater whole, like individual threads in a tapestry. By helping others, we contribute to the well-being of the entire tapestry. So, the next time you see someone struggling, ask yourself, how can I help? This act of kindness not only benefits them, but also enriches your own life. Finally, let's talk about legacy. Both mindfulness and Stoicism encourage us to think about the impact we want to leave behind. Mindfulness asks us to live each moment fully and authentically, knowing that these moments add up to a meaningful life. Stoicism challenges us to act with integrity and purpose, to make choices that align with our values and contribute to the greater good. As we wrap up, remember this: mindfulness and Stoicism are not quick fixes. They're lifelong practices that require patience, commitment, and curiosity. But the rewards are worth it: a calmer mind, a stronger spirit, and a deeper connection to yourself and the world around you. So, take a deep breath, embrace this moment, and start your journey toward a more mindful and stoic life. You have the tools. Now it's time to use them. If you found this video helpful, like, subscribe, and share this video.